Let's talk about referrals. And referrals, this is, a lot of people say, yeah, I asked for referrals. Well, do you have a system for referrals? No. Or they say, I asked for referrals, but I don't get them. Well, you need to, do you have any systems, or are you giving people tools to facilitate the process? No. I just ask for them and they don't give them. Okay. Well, let's think through that a little bit and be strategic about it. And what you want to do, I'll tell you what the big key in this is, not ask people to bring somebody in to sign on the dotted line, because we'll get that if you have a great community and you have really enthusiastic customers. But there's a whole lot of other people you're missing by not asking for the lead, asking for referral lead generation. We released a campaign late spring to our VIP members, which focuses on lead generation first. People submit names of their friends and family and coworkers that they'd like to give a gift to, a gift of a introductory rate or package or free package or free week or whatever to your facility. And then you have a campaign, a sequence campaign with a deadline, all the stuff we teach you how to do, to then convert those leads. Guess what happened? People went from getting like 2 referrals to 110 leads for referrals. All right, that's a heck of a lot better. And then with a sequence conversion, they don't just convert 2, they convert maybe 5, 10 off the initial batch, but then with continued follow-up, 20, 25, 30. And if you keep them in the drip funnel and drip marketing campaign, they will convert over time even more. So this is the way to really take referral campaigns to the next level. It's great to plug in the slower months to give you an internal boost. The times when the external lead generation is going to be a little more challenging, this is when you have the internal stuff to pick it up and put points on the board. We've had members bring in as many as 100 to 150 leads this past summer from just this campaign. There is a done-for-you option in the VIP program. Custom reactivation campaigns. This reaches out to inactive training clients and makes them a special offer to come back and reinvest in your services. And maybe it's not the same service they invested. Maybe it's a new program that you're launching, or a special promotion you're running, or another type of product or service. But if you have some great emotional copy in there, it takes away the awkwardness out of why they left in the first place or didn't renew or whatever, and just reestablishes the relationship to get them to come in and take care of themselves. And that's what people want. If you did them right, stood by them and worked correctly with them, they achieve great results. Sometimes life comes up and they fall off the wagon. But if you reach out and say, hey, I haven't heard from you, love to touch base and help you out. How are things going? And if they're not going great, love to have you come in and say hello and let me help you get back on track. How many people out there you think that would respond to something like that? A whole lot. All right, a whole lot. So, do that. Be the bigger person to lend a hand. Again, this is a great one to plug into slower months to give you an internal boost. So when you start to put these annual things in, you put the big external stuff in the seasonal times, you start to put the internal stuff in the other months and just lay it out. And you can run these biannual or quarterly. Twice a year, you could certainly run custom reactivation. You could maybe run it 3 times a year. At least twice a year I'd run it. And the customer appreciation event, a big one, certainly once a year, if not twice, but you can do smaller ones even quarterly. So great to do these and keep rolling with them. Excuse me. And there is a done-for-you option in VIP. And depending on the size of your inactive client list, now this varies. Some people have been in business a long time. They got a big inactive client list. Some are only a year and they only got a handful. No matter what, it's going to pull. But depending on the size of that inactive client list and some other variables in there, can bring it anywhere from a few sales to a whole lot of sales. And those are leads that are sitting there in your database that all you're doing is running a campaign to. It's like the lowest cost campaign to run. If you got 100, well, what are you spending? Maybe $300 on the campaign at most, and some direct mail and some little time on the phone. Well, you bring in $5,000 to $40,000. I mean, it's just awesome. So plug that in a couple times a year.